Welcome back to Wrenches and Race Cars, peoples. Today, what do we got going on?
Well, as you guys know, we put this 5.3 in this old car we call Gertrude.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, this is what, an 85?
85 Grand Prix, had the V6.
Yep.
That blew up for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know about what that happened.
Might be a video on that. But 5.3 we put in as stock, and I've just been ripping it. I've been driving it to work, took it to the drag strip, and I have not been easy on this thing.
It's been through a beating.
Yeah, I've run it through the ringer pretty hard. But we got our first issue. So I got home from work the other day. I did my typical, pull on my road and some backfires, to let the neighbors know I'm home from work. And then I did the typical thing that everyone does and pulled in my driveway and just revved it a lot for like 10 minutes.
Well, obviously.
I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And there's some like smoke coming out of the hood, and there was oil running out of the bottom. So
it's not great.
I didn't look at it too much. We're gonna diagnose on this thing.
Do a little troubleshooting.
I know where it's coming from. It's a little bit concerning where it might be coming from, but it could be something simple. We didn't
definitely wouldn't have anything to do with our engine building backyard skills.
No, it's definitely not like head gaskets that laid upside down and blew out the back of the motor. But
we'll get into that. We'll put it on the left.
I guess we'll start it up and rev it up, and that seems like high RPMs is when the oil likes to come out. So we'll make the oil come out, and then we'll look at where it's coming out.
Fantastic. We'll start it up cold, hold it flat, wait till oil pukes out. Sounds like a plan.
Brand will lay under the car and look at where the oil is coming from.
Oh yeah,
that'll work.
So the oil is supposedly coming from this here over here vicinity area. So fire it up. Oh, he's got to dig out the screwdriver.
Probably won't see anything right away.
Must have fixed itself.
Yeah, or that, or
we might have to go out and just drive around a little bit, do a little warm up on it, then maybe it'll start puking out.
Yeah, let's go warm it up.
Yeah, we got to warm it up. Let me get right here in my couch. Oh yeah.
Welcome aboard.
More comfortable than your grandma's sofa.
USS Pontiac.
Oh yeah. I really need to get me one of these. This thing rides, I don't care what car you get, these things just ride so nice.
They don't build them any better than a Pontiac. I mean, you got your Chevys, they're good cars. You got your GM, which is a gooder made Chevy, and then Pontiac. I mean, you got Cadillac, but them are for pricks. I mean, this is the working man's top of the line.
Oh yeah, I mean, we're just fully off-roading it here, and I think we're on the main highway. This is nice. Whoa!
Look at that!
Whoa!
You didn't
even feel that.
You didn't even know there was a bump.
Not at all.
Fantastic.
Yep.
The abilities of these cars are amazing.
Smoothness.
Like, you don't even know where, like, it's smooth.
Exactly. They're kind of a giant post. Move!
You're on a 4-lane highway. You'd never know the difference.
Wouldn't know. And then when you feel like it, you can just gap grandma with her soccer mom.
Later, sucker. Got 80 psi oil pressure and it's cold.
Fantastic.
I start to smell the oil.
Let it waft.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm getting hints of 530.
I did want to change the oil on it. It's gonna backfire. There we go. I did want to change the oil on it, so it's kind of helping me out. It's starting the process on its own.
Yep.
It wants an oil change. It knows what to do to get one.
These old cars, you just kind of add as it runs out, and you never have to really service them. You just keep adding, keep topping up, and it's always fresh oil. Aye, aye, aye. probably should just hold it flat all the way back. That would make sense.
Yeah, let's go like 100, so then when it starts on fire,
The wind just blows it out.
yeah, we make it farther.
Yeah.
Especially since there's no holes in the firewall.
You know, if any of you fellers seen that whistling diesel guy video, he was going slow in the cornfields and just burned up his cheap Ferrari or whatever.
That was his issue. He had that Fiat or whatever he was driving.
Yeah, I forget what it was. Anyway, yeah, if he would have just hammered down, it would have blew the fire right out. It's a shame he didn't have the power this thing had, because it wouldn't have been a problem.
It wasn't no Pontiac, I can tell
No,
you that.
definitely not. All right, let's just see where the oil's coming from now. So we kind of have a sneaking suspicion at this point what the possibility of the problem.
The guy that built this thing, and I might have known something he did pretty sketchy.
Well,
And it might make sense.
I mean,
failed.
these dipsticks are really hard to put in, and sometimes they break off and like silicone is used.
Sometimes
so,
the dipstick that's putting the thing in the car is a little hard to work with too.
Well, there's always that.
This is a nice Harbor Freight jacket. Like,
Oh, hold on.
definitely.
Oh, you're good. We got all kinds of frame down there. It's just sliding off, but
It's just
you
not
know,
moving.
as long as you got about an inch or so.
See, look at this jack. I mean, it really.
Oh, impressive. That's a fast pump right
That's a
there.
lot.
Yeah.
That's about as high as it gets, I think.
Well, that seems like a good time to lay under it while you're jacking on it. Let me lay right under the tire. I can't see anything. Oh, I'm laying under here, tasting the wonderful smell of 530 and engine oil dripping in my nose. And I believe I may have found a problem here. So normally, you know, your dipstick is not supposed to be on the outside of the block up there. It's supposed to be over here, kind of up in that hole. So, you know, the oil checkage levels are not going to be super great like that. What did you say about that?
It makes sense, I guess. You
Yeah,
know?
that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know how that could have happened. I mean, you see all that nice silicone there. It should have held it in, but what a shame.
I bought a brand new OEM dipstick for this guy to install, and he just, yeah.
Some people.
I don't know what he did to it, but it had a lot of silicone on when it went in.
All right. We need to find a remedy for that problem.
Yeah.
Also, as I was crawling my way out of here, I happened to look at the sway bar mount. There's not, I mean, there's some of it there yet.
I mean, it's. You should probably fix that.
It probably seems, you know,
Probably
semi-important.
drag guys don't run front sway bars on these, or a lot of them don't.
Yeah, that's not
I do
important.
a lot of like road course stuff on this car.
Yeah, as you could tell by the handling of our earlier
I
activities.
don't know if I can give up that handling.
No,
It's too good.
So we might have to remedy that maybe like never.
Yeah, we'll put that on the list.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, now to figure out what to do with dipstick.
What's going on here?
So yeah, the dipstick definitely was leaking. Definitely wasn't a bunch of JB Weld just kind of holding it in there. Yeah, so now,
You were just playing.
yeah, I was just working at it. Yeah. See, it's nice and clean there. It was definitely shoved in the block all the way. So that there's the problem. It's supposed to be like that long, something, and you try to hammer it in the block, it does not like to go in. So now we got to decide if we just order a new one or if we try to doctor this thing up and have it leak in like 3 months again.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think we
Maybe.
just plug it. Don't check the oil.
What we could do is cut the bracket off and jam the dipstick in here. Then when you want to check the oil, you just pull the plug, stick the whole tube in, check it, and then put the plug back in. That seems like the safe way to do it.
That's smart.
Yeah, because you don't want oils leaking. That wouldn't be good.
Not at the high rates of speed that thing's
No,
capable of.
You'd get a little oil coming out, you'd spin out right away. That back tire would just hit the oil slick.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't be good. Here's like for some reason it's kind of smashed now.
I wouldn't know why.
And
So
now
are
it's
you
smashed that way.
Trying to get like a nice taper on it.
Yeah, you want it to just fit in there real nice.
And what kind of silicone are we going with today? What
We
flavor?
might go with the high temp JB Weldon Right Stuff combination. You want a good set and then a good layer of sealant over top of your JB. So.
Don't do this.
That's how you do it.
Don't do it.
Alright, let's figure something out.
Beautiful angle.
Oh yeah. Don't use a funnel, people.
Funnels are for people that are uncoordinated, like me.
Coordination.
I don't know how much oil is in this jug. I don't know. I'm putting it all in.
I wouldn't put it all in.
No?
Stop there. That's it wasn't that low.
I guess this ain't no semi truck.
No. So we kind of right stuffed it in there, and we're gonna order another dipstick and probably put that in before too terribly long.
Fix it right before we get stranded, but
yeah. We do have like 2 or 3 LSs laying back at the shop,
this is a good motor. I don't
this
want to
is
this one up. This thing runs good. Great oil pressure.
Good air filter. It should last a long time.
I am very impressed with this motor, and I don't really want to just tear it up.
No.
I mean, I wouldn't cry if it blew up.
Because he knows that the guy behind the phone here would be the one doing all the work if it blew up.
He would fix it. I know he would.
So, like, he doesn't care.
But this is a good motor.
It is.
Like it.
It is. So, let's check the oil and see if it works or not.
Oh yeah, you were right.
We're overfull. Perfect.
I like overfilling them a little.
Yep, you gotta have a little extra.
For all them G-forces when you're launching.
Yeah. You wanna just have to jam the, there you go.
That feels great. Like.
Yep. Okay.
I'm not gonna check my oil ever.
Well, that is eradicated for the moment. Now what?
Let it sit for a while before we test on it, or this right stuff does it need to set up?
Probably
a little bit.
Probably should for a little bit. We'll leave it kind of cure.
Run and grab some supper or something, and then we can test on it a little.
Yep. Be right back.
Check it out a little.
Yeah.
You gotta park on the nice clean concrete or the nice asphalt so you know if it's leaking.
Yeah. We stopped to check for the oilage. Got a whole herd of deerages just hanging out down there. Can't see if we got any racks. They might all be some does. Oh, yeah, it's hard to tell.
Bunch of does.
Bunch of them.
Hey! You wanna look at my LS? It's a Gbody.
It's pretty cool.
Y'all into like race cars?
I don't think they can hear you.
Yeah, one seems kind of interested.
He does. Oh, well, it's running away now. You came on a little too strong.
It must be Ford, guys.
Apparently.
Whatever.
Wait a second. High beam, low beam.
If you wiggle the steering column, it changes.
Oh, it's like a game of like roulette, but with lights. Oh, that one's pretty dim.
Lights are working, don't wiggle the steering column, basically. You're gonna drive it nice.
Nice. It's like, you know these new cars that have like hybrid where it's like electric and gas? This is like hybrid low beam and high beam for medium light.
It keeps life interesting. You never know what you're gonna get.
It's like a box of chocolates.
Some days it's all high beams and I'm just high beaming everyone. The next day I can't see where I'm going.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, let's get some lightage down in here. I can't see anything. Yous can't either.
It's not dripping.
Yeah, I don't see Oh yeah.
It is smoking a little bit. That might be from before. I don't want to get in that fan. That's a little sketchy.
Doesn't seem to be blowing everywhere.
Back on the road. We're gonna be ripping this hog again.
Oh yeah. Until next time.